Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out the best angle of approach for the adjustment that we're doing today. Now, there are a number of ways that you can do this, and part of the reason why we want to give you these tools to help figure it out is that the problem isn't always where the pain is, okay? And the person's body knows what they want and need done. So we want to figure out different ways to ask the body to show us how to best understand to support what it needs, okay? So one of the ways that we do this is with a pendulum. Now, I know that a pendulum can seem like some kind of woo-woo divination tool, so I want to explain how it works, okay? Our bodies have what I call an organizing intelligence that is super conscious. It's beyond our conscious mind. It's the part of your body that when you get a cut, it heals it, right? You don't have to visualize healing a cut. Like, your body knows how to do that. There's a tremendous amount of intelligence in this part of your body. And so the pendulum becomes a way for your client's subconscious organizing intelligence to communicate with your subconscious organizing intelligence, essentially our magnetic field interactions. When I use a pendulum and it moves, that is my body, my small muscles subconsciously moving it. It's not her body, it's not the energy field, it is my body moving it, but I'm moving it from a subconscious place and allowing myself to be directed, okay? So there's nothing woo-woo about this. It's simply a tool that allows for this greater intelligence to find a way to communicate with us. All right, so I'm going to start. When you have a pendulum, it's got a long string. Don't hold it so that the string dangles. Do you see that dangling string? Okay, that's going to get in the way of it moving. You can either cut it or just gather that string up in your hand. Now, we're just going to go up the midline of the body. And the language that we use is very, very simple, okay? If it makes a circle, that is a sign that things are good. If it makes a line, that's a sign that some work wants to be done there. And if it comes to a complete stop, that's the highest priority zone to work in, okay? So I'm going to start at the feet, and I'm just going to give it a little toss, let it start moving, and I'm in the middle of the feet, okay? So I'm getting, feet are good. I'm going to come to the knees. Oh, I'm getting a line at the knees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check both sides. So I'm getting a line at the right knee and I'm getting a circle at the left knee. Okay, so that's telling me that that right knee wants attention. All right, and I'm out of curiosity, I'm just going to keep working my way up the body. So root, no. Sacral, yes. Checking the sides. Right sacral, yes. Left sacral, no, okay? And then I'm coming up to solar plexus, getting a circle. Now, one of the things, like if you ever have me as a teacher in class and you're standing there and your circle's going round and round and round and you're just standing there looking at it while it goes round and round, I'm going to tell you to not do that because it's a waste of time. So once you've determined that's a circle, then go on to the next one, right? Don't just stand here watching it do its thing after you've already ascertained what the message is, right? We got to save time where we can so we can spend time where we need to. So I want you to be efficient in this practice of determining. I'm getting a circle here, third eye, circle, and a circle at the crown. So what came up was the knee and the sacral. So if you have to pick one zone of several or many, it's always best to start with the lower one first. Very often when you adjust the lower one, if you go back afterwards and you check with your pendulum, you will often find that the upper one has also resolved itself, okay? Now, for those of you that are, don't dig the pendulum idea, or you have clients that don't dig the pendulum idea, you have options, okay? So the first option is, what did you notice when you were doing the body points? Did you notice any place that seemed revved up, or any place that seemed sluggish, or maybe a pattern of sluggishness or over revness, right? So you can work off that information. Wow, I got nothing going up that left foot and leg, like it was dead down there. So then you can go in and you can work that area because you've already sensed that it needs to be livelied up. All right. Another thing that you can do is when you're doing the central channel activation from either end, you might notice that it really got stuck at the diaphragm and you had to struggle to get through that. Well, solar plexus adjustment and some diaphragm releasing would probably be really useful. All right. Certainly if somebody comes in with pain in a particular area, you can work on that. But I want to encourage you to understand that pain is very often three-dimensional. It has a slot A and it has a slot B. And it's important to work both ends of that equation. All right, so look, feel into this right shoulder hurts a lot, and maybe the left hip is out of whack too. And you want to take in an adjustment for both of those. Another thing you can do that's actually pretty cool is use a weighted fork and column and notice where you have the most drag in raising the fork up. So I'll demonstrate. I'm going to go over the feet. I got up to about there without too much difficulty. Over the knees. Oh, that's really pulling me back down. Remember the pendulum said this knee, right? So I might check both knees. I got higher on this one. This one was like really tugging me. It's a funny feeling, but you can feel it. It's not that subtle, okay? And I do the root. That one feels pretty good. I do the sacrum. Stuck right there. So I'll check the sides. Yeah, lots going on over there. And this side, I can go right up. All right, so I'm getting the same feedback that the pendulum gave me. No surprise there, right? Checking each one and how far and easy I can go up. Oh, it's beautiful, right? Crown always goes out that way. All right, so I got the same information with both the pendulum and the tuning fork. So, use what works for you. Don't do something that you're uncomfortable with or uncertain about, and make sure that your clients are also comfortable with your approach. Okay, so once we have completed that, we know where we're going to work. We're going to work on that right knee. So that'll be the next thing that we go to.